Sunrise was imminent, but time was running short. I had to find Steiner. Maybe the sun would even help me. Rose said that it was even harder to endure for old vampires. It wasn't much, but it was all I had. Steiner's blood would save me from life as a ghoul. The angel had said so. I hoped it was right. The first rays of sun appeared on the horizon as I reached the Atlantis. How ironic that something so beautiful could be my death. I had to get inside before the sunlight began to burn me. According to Rose, Steiner had a veritable army of security personnel here. But it wasn't the human staff I was worried about. It was what else might be waiting for me there. Rose, I'm there. It's pretty busy here.
Yeah, the Atlantis is 24/7. At least the guards won't pay any special attention to you. But you still have to be careful. Chances are that they know about you. Steiner is well informed. Also, keep an eye out for the security cameras and don't let them see you. Contact me once you're in and I'll let you know where to set off the smoke bombs.
Will do.
Eric?
Yes?
Look after yourself.
I'll do my best.
I can't believe this. You're simply impossible.
Calm down, honey. I'll win it back.
You'll win it back. You just lost 20 grand. That was supposed to be for our son's education. And just how do you plan on winning that amount back? You don't have any more money.
Don't worry. I have someone who will lend me the money.
Who?
My brother, Winnie.
Your brother? Are you out of your mind? He makes his money from theft and drugs.
Hey, not so loud, honey.
You can't borrow money from a gangster. God, he'll break your legs if you don't pay him back.
Honey, he's my brother.
Rose, I'm in the club. Where to now?
Okay, you have to set the 3 bombs in 3 different places. I will give you the locations. And once they're in place, you better pull back to the maintenance area upstairs before you start the show.
Got it.
Have you heard about this new radio show called Kitty in the Dark? It is so cool. You wouldn't believe the sickos that call in there.
Long night, huh?
Say that again. Music alone is enough to drive me nuts.
That's just about quitting time for me. Good thing.
Good for you. Say, have you heard anything from Charlie the last few days?
No, nothing. Still no sign of him, and he hasn't gotten in touch. Maybe he won the lottery and he's out there traveling around the world.
Or maybe someone took care of him because he has too many questions. Who knows?
That could be. He always seemed a little strange to me. Curiosity's one thing, but once I caught him making some notes.
Yeah? Did you report it?
Of course I reported it. What do you think? You think that got him killed?
Who the hell knows? I don't really care either. I couldn't stand the guy anyway.
weather's been so bad. Can you believe?
Rose, I'm in position.
Our
The party
neighbor's
can
basement
start.
was completely
Okay,
flooded,
great
like,
distraction
all the way.
in,
And they have a
3,
hamster cage down
2,
there too.
1.
That was
Holy shit! Can hardly see anything! Anyone know where the smoke is coming from?
Someone has to get rid of the police and the fire department.
Just forget it. Not a prayer. A damn thing ate my money and now claims I didn't put anything in it.
Come on, someone triggered the alarm. We have to check it out.
Rose, you still there? The distraction worked great. I'm in.
Excellent. But Eric, day is dawning. I can't hold out much longer. Don't you feel anything?
No.
Oh, well, let's hope it stays that way.
Yeah, show us something.
Rose,
Yes, what is it?
it looks like a Tarantino flick in here.
Sounds like it's right up your alley, Tiger.
Very funny. Where do I go now?
You have to get through the door on your right. However, it has its own security systems. You have to open it from the backstage area.
Okay, I'm on my way.
All under control.
Yeah, show us something. Yeah, baby.
Department of left again. Mr. Steiner has some good content.
Yeah, show us something.
Dead cops are always.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, show us something. Yeah, baby.
Do you think the master will still come to the show?
I hope so, but the sun has already risen outside, so I don't think he's gonna grace us with his presence.
Oh, what a shame. I was hoping so much.
Me too. Oh, me too.
Rose, I found the controls for the door. Rose, are you still there?
Yeah, sorry. I'm still here. But I can hardly keep awake.
Okay, Rose, lie down, get some sleep. I can handle this alone. Of course, I've got to learn to stop saying things like that. Okay, this could be interesting.
Something is seriously wrong in this city right now.
Why? What's going on?
Don't you listen to the news? Last night there were 2 terrorist attacks. First, the Harding Museum was destroyed, and the Geo Forge Tower followed about an hour. No idea what's going on, but I don't think this is it. With any religious fanatics. Something's fucking wrong.
Wasn't really much of a loss either. Went to the exhibition.
My head started to hurt again. Hopefully I would be able to make it without collapsing.
Hurry, Eric. You have to find Steiner. You have to find him, Eric.
Yeah, like that's gonna happen.
The angel's voice was more urgent than usual. I had the feeling time was running out. I had to hurry.
He's inside. Go on, let the beasts out.
Rose, are you still there? Rose, do you hear me? I'm in the security center. Okay, then I'll just do it alone. Uninvited guests. The door clicked shut behind me, but that didn't matter. From the room ahead, I heard soft music. In the meantime, the sun had risen, and bright and deadly light shone into the room through the skylight, but my focus was on the man who was sitting there playing the piano. That had to be Steiner.
Thank you, but I think I would rather speak to my guest alone. Well, you've come a long way for a half-vampire. Frightening, the way you so easily got through my security system.
I'm just good.
Is that so? Well, I cannot really disagree with you, not after you've made it to my office. But I am keenly interested as to why you are here at all. Tell me, what brings you to my humble home?
Are you Victor Steiner?
That is correct. I am Victor Steiner. This is my club. And those were my security personnel and my ghouls you killed. But I guess you already knew who you were dealing with. Anything else would be surprising.
I would like to know more about vampires.
Really? Well, it's quite commendable that you want to learn more about us and yourself. Please proceed. What would you like to know?
Tell me about your vampire abilities.
Good try, but I'm sure you'll find out soon enough.
Are there vampires older than you?
Most certainly. If the world has taught me anything over the centuries, it is that nothing is impossible. But I think that it is sufficient for you to know that I am the oldest and most powerful vampire in this area.
Tell me about vampire society.
Vampire society? Ah, a very broad topic. To my regret, there is no real vampire society. Each of us, unfortunately, has a very healthy selfishness that keeps him from forming anything like a community with others. We are all born loners. There are simply a few rules we follow, such as keeping humanity ignorant of our existence. But otherwise, our society is pure anarchy. I suspect that you have come from Sanctuary. Who else would have sent you to me? That is a unique endeavor. Vampires who support one another. It's a pity I'm going to destroy them for sending you here.
I have no further questions.
Really? Well then.
I need some of your blood.
Ah, blood. Did your creator leave you behind alone? Well, I could offer you a place amongst my ghouls, but I doubt that the offer would interest you. So, if you want my blood, I'm certain you'll want to offer me something in return. Am I right?
I have information.
Information? That's interesting. Very interesting. Though I have my doubts that a half-blood can tell me anything relevant. But carry on. What can you offer me?
I can tell you something about Blooming.
About Blooming. Even if you hadn't killed him earlier tonight, there is nothing I would have cared to know about that misshapen creature anyway. In fact, I already know far too much about him. No, there's nothing I want to know about Blooming. You killed him, and he deserved to die. No one will miss him.
I can tell you something about Vlad.
About Vlad? Vlad is dead. What is there to care about? Moreover, you do not seem to realize that Vlad was working for me.
I can tell you about the Sanctuary.
Ah, yes, the Sanctuary. Do you really think that you can tell me anything my spies have not already written hundreds of pages about? I know enough about it. Thank you.
I'm afraid I don't have anything that would interest you.
This is most regrettable. I would dearly love to know something about the people who blew up the museum and the Geoforge Tower. I don't suppose you happen to know anything about them.
No, I had assumed that one of you did that to cover up the existence of vampires.
That would have been a very clumsy way indeed to go about it, don't you think? Well, I shall have to look into that again later.
I'll let you live.
Most generous. Yet I fear that you have either somewhat overestimated your own powers or underestimated mine. I assume that you had something to do with the events at the museum and at Geoforge. Am I right? I must admit, that did impress me. Oh, Blooming was a weakling. But Vlad had potential. Strange that a half-blood could destroy him. Nevertheless, you underestimate me at this point. I fear you will find me a much more formidable enemy.
Enough talk.
Ah, do I sense a latent death wish? Good. Then let us begin.